When I was a younger teacher, I absolutely wanted to be well liked and well loved, theoretically, universally by all. But as I grew older and more experienced, I realized that it's just not possible. And I'm thinking about a friend of mine who's a young teacher. She had a hard time at this particular school. She was getting resistance from the kids, from the parents, and their fellow teachers, from the administration. As soon as she changed schools, everything changed. Teacher is exactly the same, but the response is so different. How can this be? And I think about my own life experience. I got my dream job right out of Teachers College, which was my alma mater. So this is my own high school. And it burnt me out, I have to admit. Within 3 years, 4 years, I was thinking about quitting teaching altogether. I was thinking about being a paramedic, a fireman. I just didn't want to be a music teacher anymore. I was fried. I was putting in 10 units of energy and I felt like I was getting back 3. And then I got a phone call from my old high school teacher who switched over and he said, "Hey, Mark, how are you feeling at that school? You want to come work with me?" And I said, "Yeah, sure, let me go." And so I went over and then suddenly I'm putting in 10 units of energy and instead of getting 3 back, I'm getting like 7 or 8. It's never going to be 10, but there's a big difference between putting in 10 and getting back 8 versus putting in 10 and getting back 3. So sometimes, young teachers, it's not your fault. Now, when you are getting criticism, it is important to stop and think about in what ways is there a grain of truth? Where's the nugget of truth in that? How can I grow from this and how can I be better? But if you're really getting hammered down, you need to consider the possibility that it is not you, and sometimes it's just a bad fit. Just like a relationship, it doesn't mean you're necessarily a bad boyfriend. You're just a bad boyfriend for that person or girlfriend or whatever, right? It's not necessarily you, it's just a bad pairing. It's the same thing for young music teachers. If you're having a real hard time, try to find the truth and try to be better and learn from it, but be open to the fact that maybe you're not the problem and maybe you just need to change the environment.